Hello, it's Levi Thunderstorm, your Alpha Thunder trader, and it's nice to have you here on this podcast. And today I want to explain briefly the differences and also the similarities between ICT trading and Malaysian SNR trading. Okay, so if you're just starting out new in forex trading and you don't know your left and right, I would really recommend that you start out with Malaysian SNR. For me, I was initially, or for me, I started out with ICT trading first, but that was not my first trading strategy per se. Back then, I would usually use indicators, Bollinger Bands, RSI, and others form of trading. But I did not really know what I was doing, except that I was just following a mentorship guideline that I got from someone. Not like I actually got a mentorship course per se, but someone got the mentorship course and shared it with me. So not like I really had a direct mentorship per se. So I just repeated what I saw in the mentorship course. Okay. But it was more on synthetic indices and not the real forex per se. Then later on down the line, I knew that there was something more that I needed to do in forex trading. And mind you, I was just on synthetic indices. I had not even come into the real forex. But when I look at the chart, I'll be like, I want to understand these charts. I don't like using things like Bollinger Bands and indicators and RSI when I'm seeing other people out there just open a very naked chart and they trade without any indicator or Bollinger Bands. And that was where my desire brought me up to the level of, um, begin trading without Bollinger Bands and indicators. It was my friend who told me about ICT trading concept, and I began using ICT trading concept. And the moment I understood ICT, or the moment I began to understand ICT, I actually stopped using Bollinger Bands, RSI, and indicators. Yeah. So down the line, I found Malaysian SNR, and the reason why I came into Malaysian SNR was the fact that I needed, I needed something to complement ICT trading, because with ICT trading, I still had some difficulties. Like some questions were not being answered. I wasn't getting some things right, and sometimes I find some lapses. You get, then in my quest to get better at what I do in forex trading, then in my research I found Malaysian SNR, and Malaysian SNR turned out to be like the perfect match or the complementary armor for my ICT trading. And today, if you want to start out with forex trading, I would recommend you start out with Malaysian SNR. Like that's what I would usually take anyone on. If anyone comes to me, oh Levi, I want to learn forex trading, I need your mentorship, I will usually start out with Malaysian SNR. But if the person specifically desires to start out with ICT trading, why not? I can always take you on ICT trading. Because for me, when I transitioned into ICT trading, it took me a while to grab the concept. But when I was going to transition into Malaysian SNR, it didn't take me up to a month. Maybe because of the fact that I was already used to the concept of trading already from ICT. You understand? So I don't know what it may be like for a newbie or a new trader. For someone who has been trading for a while, if you can actually allow yourself to undergo a transitioning period without holding back within yourself, Malaysian SNR, Malaysian SNR should not take you a long time to grasp, and that's why I recommend starting out. That's why I recommend starting out with Malaysian SNR if you're just starting out in forex trading. All right, then what are the differences between Malaysian SNR and ICT trading? Is that for in ICT trading, you have things like, now this is in ICT trading. Sometimes you hear me use ICT concepts. That's because in ICT you don't have ICT trading is not just one kind of trading. Like it's not a strategy per se. It is a set of strategies. So when you enter into the world of ICT, Like when you come to ICT, you find different strategies. I can call it different models. Okay, there is the model that involves fair value gap. There's the model that involves other blocks, um, mitigation blocks, rejection blocks, all the blocks you can name. Then there's a model that involves SMT, smart money divergence. Um, then there is the one that involves, I think, a 62% sweet spot retracement level. There's there's a model that involves other kind of things like institutional price levels and all that. So in ICT, most people don't understand that when you are coming into ICT, you are not just coming to a particular strategy per se, you are coming to a set of strategies. So most people make the mistake of learning everything at once. You are supposed to learn each one per time. You can try and understand other blocks, breakout blocks, mitigation blocks, and all everything that revolves around family of blocks. Then when you understand that, you can later go on to learning things like institutional price levels, things like other concepts in ICT. So ICT is a range of strategies, a range of models, a range of concepts. So you just have to choose one. Then when you're good at that, you move to the next. So me, there are some concepts I learned in ICT that I don't make use of. But when I see someone making use of it, I can definitely tell that this is ICT. Okay, I'm sure you've heard about the CROT, the candle range theory and all that. So there are a number of things in ICT that I learned, but I don't use them. I only use the ones that resonate with my personality. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, there are people who don't know don't know as much as I do in forex trading, and they are probably making much money than me. It happens. So you could know a lot in forex trading, and there are people who don't know as much as you do, but they are making good money in forex trading. So sometimes it's about the simplicity of forex trading and how well you can implement it on the charts. Then coming over to Malaysian SNR. For the Malaysian SNR, the difference is that you are not you are not dealing with much. You just have three things you're bothered with: a price level, okay, um, a rejection on the price level, like a candle rejection on the price level, okay. Then you go down to find what a breakout, and that's all. That's all. So in Malaysian scenario, you don't deal with much. Now Malaysian scenario means Malaysian support and resistance. Now, Malaysian support and resistance is quite different from the usual or the regular support and resistance out there. It is still based on the concept of support and resistance, but it's quite different. And I want to understand that when I came into Malaysian support and resistance, I began to understand that even in ICT is still on the basis of support and resistance. Because in Malaysian SNR, you will find out that since you are only dealing with price levels, you are not dealing with things like other block, fair value gap, and the rest kind of things from ICT. At the end of the day, you will always find another block on those price levels. Yes, and it means that also in ICT, on those other blocks, all those fair value gaps, there are also price levels around those ranges too. That's why price gives those reactions on specific levels, because why? Those levels are either a support level or a resistance level. You understand? So Malaysia SNR is very, very nice. I like it. It's stress free. You don't have to think too much on the charts, unlike ICT trading. Um yes. So I will recommend you starting out with Malaysia SNR if you're just starting out in forex trading. And then over time, when you feel like you need more bulk, more meat, you can move on to ICT trading. I know that ICT trading will make you feel, and one of the things I like about ICT trading is that ICT trading will make you sound, tush, give you grammar and vocabulary and all that, words here and there, naming here and there. But Malaysian scenario, you don't have all that stress. So I will stop the podcast here for today. I just want to say hi and get to introduce myself better and get to know you better. I want you to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section, share this podcast to your friends, and yes. Okay. Thank you very much.